Are you trying to understand the special inspection levels on the AQL chart? Now, this is a topic that people sometimes get confused by because they're looking at the general levels and the special levels, and they're kind of unsure about how they work. So that's what we're going to be covering today is what are the special levels in contrast to the general levels, and how do you use them during an AQL sampling inspection? So let's get into it. Okay, so here we are looking at table one of the AQL chart, and we can see the special inspection levels right there next to the general levels. Now, if you know how to determine your sample size, then what you already figured out is that if you use a general level, it's going to give you a larger sample size. And if you use a special level, that is going to give you a much smaller sample size. So for example, you've got 2,000 units in your order and you use general 2, well, that's 125 units in your sample. And if you use S1, well, that's only 5 units in your sample. So what gives here? Why would you ever use such a small sample? The key thing to understand here is that you're not choosing between using the general level or the special level for your inspection. It's that you're using them both together during your inspection. So the general level that you use applies to the inspection as a whole. Meanwhile, there can be special levels that you use for specific tests on your inspection checklist. And those are going to be tests that warrant a smaller sample size. So, what kind of tests are going to warrant a smaller sample size? Well, it's going to be those that are either destructive to the item that you're checking, they're expensive or time consuming to conduct, or that tend to yield similar results across all the items in the lot. And so it doesn't necessarily make sense to check so many of them. So here are some examples. The first one is a drop test, where you're dropping a carton or an item from a specific height multiple times to see if the packaging or product breaks. Another example would be a sleep mode test for an electronic product, where you verify that it turns off automatically after 30 minutes of inactivity. Now, that's obviously going to be very time consuming if you do that on all of the items. Another example is a carton dimension check because you're checking the carton height, width, and depth, and that's going to be relatively similar across every carton that you check. So on the AQL chart, there are 4 special inspection levels, S1, S2, S3, and S4. And of course, S1 is going to give you the smallest sample size, while S4 is going to give you the largest sample size. And at Insight Quality, we tend to use S1 for tests that are more destructive, and for things like function tests, we might often use S4. But when you're deciding which ones to use, it really comes down to the specifics of your product and your situation. So I hope this was informative for you. And if you have any questions about the special inspection levels, just be sure to leave it in the comments and give us a like and subscribe for more videos about quality control. And if you need help conducting an inspection, reach out to us and we'll be happy to talk to you. Take care.